What's up, y'all? Ironis here, back with another Godforge video. I'm going to be pulling the Eternal Stones, Aether Stones here. We just got from a holiday pack because it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you. I just came back from my nephew's graduation. Congratulations to my nephew on graduating and now going off into college and bigger and better things in life, right? So I'm sure you guys also have family or friends who are graduating as well. If you do, leave them thoughts in the comments down below on who's graduating and were you able to attend? Also, let's get right into this. You should also get Eternals. If you're doing the beta, you probably got the holiday gift as well of 10 Eternals. So this is kind of cool. Guaranteed legendary within 198 summons. I do like that they put that down there so you can see when you're going to get yourself a guaranteed legendary. But maybe we get ourselves a legendary sooner rather than later. I would like some epics. 2 epics in a row, 3, maybe 3? 3 epics, okay. Okay, 4 epics from a 10 pull is not bad, plus a bunch of rares, which is helpful for leveling up over time other champions. I can actually convert some rares into the souls, which is really nice. So 4 new epics, pretty insane. We'll collect this as well from the quests. And let's take a look at these epics. So we've got, this is a newer champion here, or hero. It's this guy, Zolotl. He's an Eternal. Ability wise, ooh, that's a lot of damage. 355% attack. Increase this hero's divinity by 50. Place a random buff on a random ally. Possible buffs are speed up to, attack up to, faith up to, and defense up to. Will prioritize allies who trigger Path of the Psychopomp. Let's see. Next ability, 4-turn, attacks an enemy, 505% attack. This guy looks like he might hit really hard. And attacks one enemy and mirror 1 random buff from the target. Oh, it mirrors a random buff from the target. Okay, so he like steals it. Also increases the duration of a random buff on all allies. And this one attacks 1 enemy, places a sharpen up on all allies for 2 turns. If Quetzalcoatl, I don't know how to say that name, is an ally, they will join the attack. 20%, he has a 20% chance to join an ally attack. When joining an attack, will heal 10% all allies and increase their divinity. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Nice healing over time. Looks like he might do big damage on a single target, so maybe better for a boss, fighting a boss. Then we've got this girl here. 40% accuracy in dungeons is always nice. You don't have to worry about accuracy. You could focus on other stats. A1, 335%, 75% chance to increase the duration of a random debuff on the target. Okay. Attack all enemies, 275% 5-turn cooldown with 75% chance to decrease each target's turn meter by 10%. Decrease the turn meter by a further 3% for each debuff. It's pretty powerful for wave content. And then this ultimate is attacks an enemy, 480% attack with 75% chance to remove 2 random buffs from the target. Then place Aether Burn down to the bigger version. So when taking a turn, decrease the divinity of all ally heroes by 6%. Does not reduce boss divinity. Also increase the weak hit chance from the hero. That's pretty strong. If Hades is an ally, has a 75% chance to place a resistance down. So it just makes it easier for you to place your debuff. 50% decrease resistance. And then for the passive, when an enemy gains a debuff, decrease their divinity by 5%. This guy has always been good. He was really good against I believe the dragon, or rather the golden boss. All right, I have a video on that if you want to check it out. But there was a golden boss where you can get a lot of silver. You can get a lot of other rewards from it too. So attack an enemy 2 times, each hit 25% chance to steal divinity. Yeah, he's the divinity stealer. Really good with Anubis. And he can join the attack with Anubis, 50% chance. Attacks an enemy, place a shield on all allies by 25% of the damage inflicted. And honestly, unless you build this guy with incredible stats, it's not going to be an insane shield. It's going to be a decent shield, but not insane. Has a 25% chance to refresh the cooldown of this ability when either of them are attacked, which is nice if they're allies on the same team. Places a retaliate on this hero for 1 turn and a protect on all allies for 2 turns. So he's like a protector. The ward is very helpful if Anubis is on the same team because you won't take any damage from the ward. Decreases the damage by 100%. The duration is reduced when activated. So if you have a 1 stack of ward and you get hit, it's kind of like, you know, a Mercurial stack in another game that we play. But so it just removes 1 stack of ward. Feeding Frenzy, when attacking enemies, places a barrier on this hero for 10% of damage inflicted. So decent hero there. This chick, oh, that really cool sword there. Really, really cool. I do like that a lot. Super cool. The hair is massive. Oh, wow. Okay. 25% crit damage in dungeons. Attacks enemy 2 times. That's 470% attack. That's pretty strong. Each hit increases the target's divinity cost by 2%. If the target is defeated, increase this hero's divinity by 30%. So she might actually kill some people with this. If Hunan Pa, I think it's this chick here. Let me see her name. No, Zakoic. So if Hunan Pa and or Zabalink are on the same team, also increase the divinity by 50%. So she's partnered with 2 other people. So that's a trio for a partner. Steal 50% of the target's shield, then attack 605% one enemy. Ignore 15% of the target's defense. If the target's divinity is below 50%, we'll ignore 30% of the target's defense. Okay, this is one of the hardest hits, I feel like, just based on the attack here. 605% damage and steals half the shield from that target if they have a big shield. Her ultimate equalizes this hero's HP to the enemy with the highest HP, then attacks all enemies at 350% attack with an 80% chance of placing a drain on each enemy for 2 turns, places a vanish on herself for 3 turns. If Hunumpa or Balank are on the same team, equalizes their HP as well. So drain is great because this hero receives 20% increased damage and attackers heal for 20% of the damage inflicted. So this is really, really nice. I really like this one here. The gear, of course, I don't have any gear yet, but yeah, I would definitely want to try her out of all of these ones so far. And then lastly, we've got Bran. I didn't pull him just now. I just pulled these 4. But Bran I pulled, I think, yesterday. I just haven't built him yet. He's a defender. Defenders can be really good in terms of he's a Wisdom Blue affinity. So defenders are there to help protect your team, essentially. But let's see his abilities. He's got a defense up on this himself, so that's kind of selfish. Attack an enemy for 1 enemy. Looks like he has decent damage, a protect on all allies except himself. Okay, so that's good. He protects everybody. Places a shield on all allies with his ultimate above 50% HP and heals 100% of his defense. All allies below 50% HP. 100% of his defense is just whatever his defense is. So if you have like 5,000 defense or 4,000 defense, he's going to heal by 4,000 defense on all allies below 50% HP. Then revive 1 dead ally with 40% HP and turn meter. Interesting that he has a revive on his ultimate as well, and also places an intercept on any ally below 20% HP for 1 turn. Intercept is nice because he ends up soaking up that damage, which is pretty cool. I believe that's what happens. He soaks up the damage. So not a terrible hero, but not great. His revive is what makes him pretty powerful, but he could end up dying fairly quickly. The downside, transfers 20% of the damage inflicted to allies to this hero. So his passive is going to make it so everybody else doesn't take much damage. He's going to soak up all that damage, so he could die fairly quickly. He's more of a dungeon guy, dungeon crawler, 20% defense in all battles for dungeons. So if you put him in the lead, he'll have a larger shield, right? Let's see. Equal to 200% as defense. So if he has 5,000 defense, he's putting a 10k shield on your allies. That's basically how I'm reading it. 200% of his defense. And then, you know, I guess the heal will be a little bit better as well. But I mean, overall, I'd say the one that I like the most is definitely this one here, because she has really heavy damage. And then I also like this one too. He also has heavy damage, but it seems like mainly for dungeons, like bosses, as opposed to the waves, whereas she can actually hit the waves, attacks all enemies. So I would prefer building an ally attack, or rather a AoE attack compared to a single target attack, because the campaign is where you really want to focus in this game. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you pulled yourself a legendary if you pulled those Eternals, and I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.